What's up, guys? Welcome back for another episode on Team Hated. Tonight, we are just going to talk, and we're going to talk about a lot of stuff and what's been going on behind the scenes while you guys watch an episode of PUBG. It's basically just me playing a game. So, as you can tell in this game, I'll go ahead and just kind of lay this out here. Chris had to leave right at the very beginning of the game. There's already 43 people left alive. We kind of stayed in Mikado for a little bit, and he ended up having to leave because his daughter was kind of going a little crazy. So he got offline after he died, and I had already gotten 2 kills from guys that didn't even have weapons at the very beginning of the game. There's a lot of things that I run from in this game instead of confronting a whole bunch of people. And so I end up just kind of going off on my own little thing because I'm by myself against teams of 2. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna stick around. I'm not gonna fight with this because they had better shots on me than I had on them. So I just kind of moved around a little bit all the way throughout the map. The circles on here, see, even right now, there is 2 guys over on the side there that didn't see me, and instead of trying to fight them, I was just like, I'm getting out. So we have not been able to come up with a win in a long time with PUBG. And when we do, it does get recorded, but we're like trying to save up clips for, you know, Battlegrounds episode 5, I think is what it would be. But a lot of the times it's not very like entertaining and exciting wins enough to be in a montage for, you know, for a whole entire episode. And that's all I want is just epic clips and epic montages. And, you know, I want to go back to like as epic as Call of Duty was back in the day. I know it won't be there for a while, especially with PUBG. It's too slow of a game. But this win was awesome. I felt like this would be one of those cool things that we could kind of just sit back, talk for a little while, and have this kind of playing in the background. And this was actually really crazy because I'm just by myself. Chris left me hanging, and we come up to the very end of the map, and you'll be surprised by what I do. We come up to the very end of the map, and I'm like kind of surprising myself by how well I'm doing with the very minimal amount of cover that I have inside of these circles that actually seem to work out pretty well for me. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this too because there was a lot of just kind of standing around and waiting, and I'm firing at people from long distance with an ump because I didn't want to use anything that wasn't silenced. So I ended up just kind of chilling here for a little bit until I find this guy, which, oh, this is bad. I don't even want you to watch this. I can't even watch it. I cut a potato for a little bit. It's stop. My God. Yeah, I'm even kind of pissed off at myself that it took that long. But after this, it was all fine and dandy because I had so much stuff from his inventory that it was perfect. So anyways, kind of behind the scenes stuff. It's getting a little late here. As you can tell, the lights and everything are all off, and it's getting a little dark. But things behind the scenes are going good. Here lately, we've both been kind of just picking back up with stuff that we haven't picked up with since, you know, a while back. Like JT's going through a lot of stuff with his daughters, and he's been hanging out with them and doing a lot of stuff with them. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, he's actually got sports and stuff with them, and they have practice and whatnot, so they're not getting home until 8:30. I myself have a new schedule to where I'm working 9 to 5:30. But on Mondays and Tuesdays, I don't get home until 8:32. Or Mondays and Wednesdays, sorry. So Mondays and Wednesdays for me, Tuesdays and Thursdays for him. So it kind of sucks because we're switching back off and, you know, switching back and forth, and we have different days where we both don't come home until a little later. But we're still trying to get videos up. Every once in a while we come up with a Rocket League video just because it's kind of easy to do. Once we get a Rocket League video done, it's really easy to just edit it, upload it, get it ready to go, and we're done. Some of the other ones, like the Sea of Thieves, where you kind of have to go through cuts, cutting out a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't matter, and like PUBG, where you have to completely just redo everything and put all kinds of clips together and find the good clips out of a 35-minute recording. It kind of sucks. But we're going to try to keep coming up with good stuff, and we're going to kind come out with, good ideas, and we've got some new people that we're playing it with as well. There's a video up that we got to play with Axel Toss. We thought that was pretty awesome. And that was just kind of a pre-recorded video, and we went through and got like a 4-win streak, and I think on the 5th game we finally lost. It's been going great in Rocket League. Oh, I thought I talked a little bit more there. But here pretty soon, it's another thing that's kind of been getting me really excited for the future, and something that is kind of taking up a little bit of my time is I'm getting a house. I'm actually buying a freaking house. I'm buying a freaking house by myself. It's awesome. I cannot wait. It's like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage with a good fenced-in yard that I get to own. I'm buying it myself. I'm so happy, and it makes me feel so excited and accomplished that I'm actually like getting the keys to my own house. And that's going to happen here in like 22 days. That's going to be the longest 3 weeks of my life. And I've said that about the last week of my life. I said 4 weeks of my life, it's not going to go by fast at all. It's going to go by slow as crap, and I'm going to get pissed off. Now we're 3 weeks, and it feels like the last week went by really quick. So hopefully we'll get there before we know it, and I'm thinking that JT's going to move in with me. I'm pretty sure he is. I'm pretty sure he's going to be renting a room out from me since I have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. One of the rooms is probably going to be my setup room, and then he'll have his setup in his room. And the main reason I say this is because if you guys actually watch the video of me setting up this setup, you'll know just how big my whole entire complete setup is. It needs its own room. It needs its own room. And I almost want to put all of this in the garage since the garage has AC in it, but we'll save that for later. But I'll probably do a video, kind of a video montage of everything getting set up in the new house too. And you guys can kind of see like how I'm going to be living and where the setup's going to be. And I'll probably do another setup video. It'll probably be pretty close to what I did here in this room, but it'll be in my own house, and I'm so excited. I'm so psyched about this. I have a smile from ear to ear every time I think about the house. I'm so stoked. But we're getting inspections done. We're getting appraisals done. We're getting everything signed up and ready to go. And I got about 22 days. It should be on the 27th that I close on the house. I get my keys, and then that's on a Friday. So that weekend, I should be able to get everything all moved in. If not everything, at least, the majority of the good stuff. So another thing that's going on, too, I've been at my job for over 5 years now. I actually just passed about 2-3 weeks ago. I just passed my 5-year anniversary with this company that I'm with. And if anybody's watching, they don't know what I actually do. I actually work for a vape shop. I run a vape shop in Tulsa, and I've been running this store for over 4 years now. And I've been with the company for 5 years total. So I technically can't go up any higher, but at the same time, there's a lot of things that my boss really loves to do for me, and I love her for that. She's been the best, most amazing boss I've ever worked for at any job, and I honestly couldn't imagine myself going to another place and working for somebody else. It would just be really hard for me. And this is one of those moments right here where I ran. I said, screw that. I ran. And I did this like 2 or 3 times during this whole entire game just to survive. So there are things that she will do for me at this place that I am incredibly gracious for. And every time I have an anniversary, she does something amazing. Well, for the 5-year anniversary, she wanted to do something amazing for me. But the only stipulation was that I had to go and get my GED. So it's not something big that I talk about with a lot of people. It never really needed to be brought up. Not a lot of people even ask, why is that? Why would that ever be on somebody's mind? Do you have your GED? No. I mean, nobody ever asked that question to somebody. I have successfully went on the past 11 years of my life not needing any high school diploma or GED, and I've been doing great. I've had an amazing job. I've been manager in the manager position for a lot of different places, this one being the best and this one being the longest for over 4 years. And I've been doing awesome. I've loved this job. And I want to continue to do this job and continue to go and be a store manager and sell vapor products and change people over from cigarettes to vape as much as I possibly can for as long as I can. But at the same time, we all know that the FDA are buttholes and they don't like the vapor industry and they don't like us. So at any point in time in our lives, in the next 3 or 4 years, somewhere around there, we could be shut down. We could just completely end. The FDA could just say, nope, we don't want you around anymore. And at that point in time, I kind of potatoed on that one too. See, and then this was another instance where where I just ran away. After I threw the grenade, I thought, well, maybe I'll try a grenade, but then I saw him come up on the left. Anyways, so the FDA could shut us down at any point in time, and if the FDA shuts us down, what am I going to do? I don't have a job. So at that point, she wanted me to, you know, be cautious because we don't ever know what's going to happen with the industry. So she said, I want you to get your GED because a lot of the times, if you try to find something that you really think you're going to like, and you really want to do, they will ask you, do you have what's your highest level of education? And sometimes it's not going to matter if you have a whole bunch of experience on your resume. They're going to ask you that. And if you say, I dropped out, that's it. Like, then they're not going to want to pick you up. They're going to try to pick somebody up that's, you know, got the experience and has the schooling. I get it. It's completely fine. I know this, and I will admit, I will be the first one to admit, I should have gotten my GED or, you know, my good enough diploma a long time ago. I didn't care. When I went through all this schooling in Coweta, Oklahoma, I hated it. I didn't like it. When I told my mom I wanted out, I know that she didn't want me to get out, but she said it was my decision, so I went and I worked. I started making money. When I was 17, actually when I was 15, I started my first job. 17 is when I started my first actual full-time job, and I started making money that year instead of going to school. And I enjoyed that more than anything else. So ever since then, I've just been working. But I get it, and I'm not embarrassed. I'm really not. It's one of those things that I'm talking to myself in this thing. I'm not embarrassed, though. It's one of those things that I just, you know, yeah, I admit I should have gotten a long time ago when I was, you know, fresh for me. Getting out of high school, I totally should have gotten my GED a long time ago. I'll admit that. But now I'm at this opportunity where I get to go back to school, and that's the thing that's going on Mondays and Wednesdays for me. I get to go back to school, and hopefully here pretty soon I will have everything done within about a month and a half. That's, you know, GED schooling, house being closed on, everything. Be about a month and a half. And I'm hoping that timeline still works out really well, because if it does, I will be insanely excited come May, because when May finally happens and everything works out the way that I'm hoping it really does, I'm gonna be insanely super stoked, because I'll have even better things to have at my job. I'll have, you know, this great opportunity from my boss. I'll have my GED finally, so it's something I never have to worry about. I'll have my own house. I'll have a roommate that's there that's going to help me pay mortgage. I'll have all kinds of things. I mean, I love being able to talk about this, because every time that I talk about the next 2 months of my life, I kind of just get a real, like, huge smile on my face, and it's a humbling experience going through all of this, and then realizing, you know, what you had to do to get to this point, I guess, you know. So it's one of those things that I have to look back at it and just, you know, be glad and happy for the way everything has worked out, and the way that, you know, everything has gone its, you know, certain way, to the point where it all ends up right here. I guess it's hard. It's hard to explain. I maybe shouldn't take the essay part of the GED. But right now, I'm actually paying attention to the game and trying to talk at the same time. That guy was dumb. He should have healed. But see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, look at this flat area. It's like they've got the high ground on me. He should have had me. And this is funny because I go over here to this little hump. And the guy, I have no idea where this guy is. And I'm like, where did he go? He's right there. He starts shooting, doesn't even know where I'm at. You can hear me.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh, take me with a freaking M4. I freaking dare you. Holy crap. Woo! Got it.
But yeah, that's about it, guys. I had 7 kills in a game where I should have died a long time way before that, and I was me up against teams of 2 all over the place. So I was pretty excited about this game. I thought it would be good enough to share while I talk about everything. So this is kind of like a gaming vlog, I guess, right? That'd be kind of a cool way to put it. So this is kind of like a gaming vlog. So if you guys enjoyed this and you guys like this, hit that like button down below. Let me know if you want to hear more about it. I could talk all day about all different kinds of stuff. If you wanted to hear me just ramble on about certain subjects, I could. I'll record some games and put this down, and then I'll put it in the background while I sit here and talk to you guys about certain things. Just let me know. It'd be awesome. But life here in the next month and a half, 2 months is going to be great. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. That rhymed. I don't mean to do that. I don't mean to sit here and rhyme. But anyways, we're on 16 minutes. It's been a great video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know here in the next couple of months, I'm going to be so insanely excited, and I can't wait to put this excitement into YouTube and into these videos and make everything all crazy entertaining because of the excitement so that you guys get to sit here and watch something awesome. Right? I mean, yeah. So, like I said, we're going to be getting back on it here soon. We're going to be getting back on our schedule and getting back to maybe everyday uploads. That would be great. It would be great if we could do that. Everyday uploads. We'll try as much as we possibly can, but sometimes things just happen, and then we get caught up in a whole bunch of other stuff, and then it's basically just life happens. But we're gonna get back at it. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do it together. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.